I opened it when I joined us.
Go.
Hello.
Hello.
Long story short, we don't know what the crowns are about either. It just appeared. It's a community leaderboard, apparently.
It's new.
That is cool.
Yay, community leaderboard.
We are learning about this just as quickly as you are.
This just in. We don't know what the fuck it is either.
Yeah, we don't. This just in. We have no idea what we're doing as usual.
This just in. We have no idea.
But hey, they are purple.
Everybody's non-surprise.
Yeah, they are.
They are purple, so I will accept no answers except that they're for Festa.
Yes, I will agree.
We didn't even plan that, did we? We didn't.
No other alternatives from YouTube are acceptable other than the purple crowns are for Festa.
Yep.
Yep, they knew it was Festa.
Festa.
We're going to get Festa. Festa.
Goodness.
Happy Festa.
I thought this would never come.
Look at this bitch. June, people. It's June 2025.
I can't believe it is June
Rejoice,
20
rejoice.
BTS. The year.
I put this
year
like
of
Kobe
their
flower
return.
in my hair. Maybe that
I
would
love
be
it.
Aw,
Oh, that's so pretty. Did you get that at the
We're
concert?
going to be so
Or
busy
meeting?
fighting over the crown during this in the comments. They're not even going to know what we're saying.
Yeah, I like how it's the moderators who are fighting over it.
I think it's really freaking cute that it's the
This was in
moderators and the
Chicago.
planning teams that are currently fighting over the crown.
We grabbed these off of a random hotel door in Chicago.
That's right.
We walked
From
by.
Army to them, they're
We-
on the
To
door.
be fair, there was a sign that said "Take them."
I was about to
Yeah,
say.
we didn't. Yeah,
Oh,
we
You
cute.
like
didn't.
steal someone's door decorations.
That's
Yeah.
adorable. That's adorable. Our hotel did not have somebody giving away cute purple
No,
flowers.
I think
on
it
the
was
door.
in your hotel. I think it
Was
was,
it?
in your hotel. Yeah.
It was
They
not.
must have been gone by the
meet you.
time I got
We're
here.
going to meet you. And we just saw them and we're like, okay. We just took one.
Oh, we should
That's
post a
cute,
link
though.
in the
Those are
Discord
cute.
or something.
Mhm.
We should do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep up with all the comments.
Yeah.
There's a lot of comments today. They're
Charles
fighting
was
over
a
that
witness.
crown.
Sign did say that.
Can someone paste it in the Discord? Because if I pull it up, I'm afraid I'm gonna screw everything up.
Pull what up?
For what?
Can somebody paste the link to the live in the Discord for the community?
The link to
Oh.
it.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, if I pull up too many windows, it covers our faces.
In the general chat.
Yeah, tag AP529 lives
Okay.
or everyone. Why not? It's June.
Yeah.
It's
Tag
Festa.
everyone. Fuck it.
Everyone.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Tag the every. I mean, the server's big enough. It only takes
Listen,
people who are online
Listen,
anyway. So
it
there's
is time to be obnoxiously loud and fun. It
Fuck
is
it.
June
It's
That
2025.
becomes our entire personality this
fun.
month.
That's our tagline for the next 2 weeks. Fuck it. It's Festa.
that.
Yep.
Fuck it. It's Festa.
Honestly, we're
It's
going
fucking
all the way.
Festa.
We're going through Army Day. We got 6 weeks of annoying
That's
shit.
right. That's right.
No, fuck that shit. We're going all the way through the end of our July meetup.
Yeah.
That's true. Doc's
For
like, why
fucking
does there have to
Festa.
be an end to being annoying as
Nah,
shit? Why
Fuck
not
It
just keep
Festa is
going?
2 months for us.
Fuck
It
It
is
Festa.
going to
It's
the
Fuck It
last
Festa.
weekend
Fuck It
of Fuck It
Festa,
of July.
everyone.
We are gonna be until the end of July.
Fuck it. It's
Prepare
Festa. is our
yourself,
tagline.
guys.
Mhm.
It's Festa, people.
But
Festa, bitch.
Question in the
we
comments.
don't sing that in order to be bitches to other people online.
Correct. No.
don't say
no,
that.
no, no. Maybe we'll talk about that. I don't know. We've talked about that as a
We're
team.
nice people. We're nice people.
Who do I contact to see if my pin on the map is actually there? You can go to the map and zoom in on where you live, and
Or Patricia.
or Patricia. But if you want to see if your pin's there, you should look where you said your pin was.
But wait,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do first. Step one.
Yeah, step 1. If there's a problem, step 2 is to use the contact form on our website, and that email will get routed to Patricia.
Yes.
Or you can send me a DM in the Discord and I can fix it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie's like,
All of
"Use
these
the
are
contact
options.
form."
No, sorry, I'm trying to read. Too much going on.
We're just
Too.
always careless.
That's just my reading face.
Mm.
Well, let's see. I guess, shall we get started?
Yeah.
We're 7
probably
minutes in.
shall.
It's an auspicious number.
I know.
Andrea,
Andrea, we'll talk about Festa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Festa. Okay.
It is
Don't
on our
worry.
agenda.
It's
After,
on.
um,
It is in the agenda.
Of course it is. welcome everybody to AP529. And I think at this point, we're at something like 528, I think, aren't we?
We're
I'm not,
close.
yeah. I
We're
mean,
so
hello.
freaking
I think we're at
close.
All of
520.
us there.
It's like 520 something.
520 something.
I mean, when we first started this project, those 529 days seemed like they would be like drought
Yeah.
and go so slow.
So
And
It's okay,
I'm
it's just
convinced that because of
529
the
days.
project and because of everything we did to keep each other entertained and all of the blog and the lives and the watch parties and all of it, time went by really fucking fast, which I love. Okay.
Mhm.
And we got to enjoy it together. So welcome to our live, and we're thrilled that you're here. You have the whole team here. It's a miracle.
A miracle. It's a Festa
Yeah.
miracle. It's a
That's
Festa
a
miracle.
miracle.
Yeah, it's a Festa miracle.
It's a
Even poor
festival.
little Christina, who's not feeling great, was like, I am
She's
not
not.
missing.
I'm not
Everybody
missing
give
Not
Festa.
missing the June 1st live. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got
Just-
time for that.
Christina doesn't like hearts, so everybody give Christina some scally faces in the chat.
Oh,
Yeah,
I do love those more.
For sure.
Snaps. Do you accept
You can do
snaps?
that one. You can do
Yeah.
that one with the little eyebrow raised.
The eyebrow
I
raise.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so we have a full team on here. So I'm gonna look at. Gosh, I hate.
Because it's
Okay.
June. Stuff is June.
I know. I'm flustered. I am flustered. Okay. So first we have Christina. She is top left, I believe, when you guys are looking at her, and she does our website and our graphic designs along with Katie, and she's been working her butt off on the Jin concert design. So are those up yet? Are they going? We'll talk about that soon, I'm sure. And she does the graphics on the website, just all kinds of great stuff. So she is brilliant. And then to my other side, we have Doc, who Doc needs a job right now on the.
Doc's like, I think the fuck
Well,
not.
she has a job. I mean, she does have a job. She's an actual
Listen,
job. I mean,
I
like,
do have a job right now. It is causing fuckery and chaos.
Yeah, don't give her more to
Everywhere.
swirl over.
Please.
she
please.
did all of our content, compiled all the content, all of the stuff, went through everything with our content team and put it all together so that then Quince, who is right below me, could write the blogs. And so now that we don't have all this to do, she is finding other ways to be busy outside of normal work hours. So, and then we have Katie. Wave Katie. She does helps with the website. She helps with graphic design. She does all the behind the scenes stuff in terms of like helping with Discord and the website and any issues. And she does our money and she does our shop and all that great stuff. And then we have Patricia all the way to the whatever. I'm not good at looking at two
All the way
different
to the
things.
whatever.
Is on the
To the
screen.
whatever.
Corner, everything's
And,
weird for us.
She does the map and she writes on the blog sometimes, and she comes in clutch because she has the IT knowledge that a lot of us don't have. So, and then I mentioned Miss Quince, who writes our blog, and she wrote all 75 weeks or 73, I should say, because we've got 2 surprise weeks coming up, but worked her ass off. And now she's like, okay, well, that was nice.
I mean,
Nice.
so what's going on here?
So what does the real world look like? I don't know. I've been in
It's weird.
I went
I
out to
know.
the real world today.
Listen.
I was like, is this what people do?
Oh my
Is this what happens on the weekends?
The way I went to the
I'm
movie
gonna
theater
try
in the,
today.
I went to the movie theater in the evening and was like, I don't go out at dusk anymore. Like, there's so many people. I haven't been outside at this time in years.
It's been
I know.
crazy. So
Brilliant.
that's
Yep.
our group. This is the group that we have gone through all those weeks with, and we don't want to do it any different. So that's our intro. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome.
You found us. You stumbled upon us.
You did. You did.
You found it when you needed us.
It has legitimately been weird having actual time to do things. Like before the movie, my friend came over at like 11:30 in the morning. The movie started at 7 because she knew in order to plan for some fuckery in Kansas City, I was on a mission to collect some items. And she Miss Daisied me to every fucking thrift store in town. And we randomly walked through and we played this little game, which I suggest everybody play. And it was, what would Bonton wear? legitimately the funnest thrifting situationship of my entire fucking life is to go through a thrift store with another army and just who would wear it? And you just pull out these shirts randomly and you vote on which Bangtan would wear it. Greatest game ever. 10 out of 10 recommendations.
I did enjoy getting random pictures from Doc. Like, what about this hat? What about these hats?
Oh, speaking of Stephanie, I'm gonna be in your DMs later. I found some things.
Doc is basically treating Kansas City like I'm like a dress-up doll, and she's just like, "Here, you're gonna wear this."
Same.
Wear this.
I said, just have me something, Doc, and I'll wear it.
Hear me out is my new motto.
Sure.
Hear me out. We're gonna try this thing.
Hear me out. I found things for Katie on my thrifting journey. I was like, listen, Katie, for one of our shenanigans, look, I found your for you.
Okay.
And she
To
was
be
like,
clear, the shirt is very long, but what I got was a picture of Doc standing in her closet with just the shirt on, no pants.
Yeah.
you had shorts on. I had short. In my defense, I had shorts on. They just
It's like a dress length shirt. It's tunic length. But I was like,
so chapter 2 is no pants? What is going on?
I was gonna say, we're like, all right, is your chapter 2 gonna be about taking off your shirts? And we were like,
listen,
you weren't supposed to tell everybody, Patricia. That was supposed to be our secret.
not about taking off our shirts because it's gonna be about taking off our pants.
I was gonna say we didn't need chapter 2 for that. Like that's a Thanksgiving pants experience.
Yeah,
I will in fact take off my pants.
If Park Jimin gets to unbutton his pants to eat a big meal, so do I.
Now wearing pants now.
If you don't know this is actually true. In New York, we have a tradition at the end of February. There's a no pants day, and there's a lot of people walking around in February in New York with no pants or no bottoms. So
basically, what I'm hearing is I need to go to February in New York.
Exactly.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Amazing.
So anyway, about the blog.
Back to BTS.
Anyway, Stephanie mentioned that little blog that I've been writing. This week is our final that we are wrapping up is our final member content week. I mean, that we
original plan.
Of the
that we originally
plan.
promised.
There will be more. There will be more.
Don't worry, because guess what? They're gonna keep releasing shit. So don't worry. We will still be writing a blog. But the original plan has come to a close with this week, week 73, and it is the final week of JK. Okay. So it's his final week. Gonna Trust My Heart Right Now is the name of his final blog. And we are wrapping up our discussion about Golden, which largely consisted of a lot of noises coming from that. That's how we discussed Golden. It was a series of noises that people made. Mm-hmm.
That was much how our editing session went when putting that blog together as well.
Yes.
Just guttural sounds.
Yeah. So we'll talk more about upcoming blogs later in the live towards the end. So make sure you stick around right now. But that's our content. You can find that blog and so many others on our website at AP529.com. We also have tons of guides on there. We've got how-to videos. We've got our Ask AP529 series, which Leslie writes, where someone asks a question and she finds the answer to it. We've got tons of stuff on there, so make sure you check it out. Go through the blog while you're there. Doc and I are going to be on a mission soon to rehaul some of the blog from the very early days because we didn't know what we were doing. So we know we could go back and make some things a little bit better. We've got to go through and fix some things. So we will be doing that. So look forward to that as well. We ain't going nowhere. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But,
by the way, I wanted to mention, because it is Festa, we do have a Festa guide. So if this is your first Festa, especially, or if you want to go back and review all the Festas that have come before, we have not only a guide, but Katie and I spent many, many, many hours downloading every single Festa pick and putting it to music in a video. So you can just play the Festa playlist in our YouTube channel.
Hang on. Let's
and watch the Festa pictures scroll by. It's very nice. We spent a lot of time on that.
Let's take a
I
little tour.
vaguely recall prior to you guys spending
Go to,
an ungodly number of hours putting those together. That also began with a hear me out, guys.
History by album. Okay, BTS Festa, yeah.
Yep. So just so you know,
Listen, what if we took all the pictures and made them videos? Hear me out.
Yep. So yeah, on our
And then they were
website
like,
under Borelore, we've got it history by album, history by member, we've got lyrics, we've got fest history. We do also have, we've mentioned a few times, if you're ever like, hey, I don't know if this account is legit or not, we have a list of every single official social media account for BTS, and if it's not here, it's not real.
True story.
Because there is a very convincing Threads account right now that's one letter off, and there are a lot of people following it. Anyway.
It ain't real.
It ain't real. Festa history, yeah, if you're new, you don't know, explanation. What is Festa? Why is it such a big deal? What, like, you know, is it online or in person? We have answered all of this. And then if you go through by year, we have blog posts, we have videos.
Look at
that
those
go through
blog
it.
posts.
Look at those. Look at those.
Mhm.
These are the
It's so
Festa family
pretty.
portraits
Oh
every
my
year.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way up to last year. And we will be covering this year as well.
Mhm.
So just, you know, in
And-
case you're new, or in case you just want to
It's-
refresh it.
Even though those videos were difficult to make, that's the way I like to look at pictures, though, because I don't have to scroll or do anything. I can just pop the YouTube video on and just hit play, and it'll show me all the pictures from Festa.
Look at those wee babies.
So it is really nice.
And
They
the
are
Festa
really
content
cool.
Is
They're
so
really
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
It is.
It was legitimately one of my favorite sections of time to flow on the blog.
Yeah.
Putting those 4 weeks together was pure joy for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, we really enjoy putting that content together for you guys. And we all work on it and we all contribute. Even if it's just ideas, we all contribute. And so we love putting that stuff together for you guys. So that's the content portion of what we do here at Army Project 529. I'm going to turn it over to Patricia so she can talk about the other C that we do.
And the other thing that we do, and the other C is community. So I put together a map, like we mentioned before. In that map, you can put your social medias and find people in your area. We have people around the world, so don't worry that you might not find anyone because we have people in the middle of the Pacific if you want to find someone there. It's amazing. I mean, like, the other things, we have like local threads on our Discord where you can also meet people, and we do a lot of things together. I mean, yesterday in the New York meetup, in the New York Hobie concert, we were in a packed theater and there was 12 of us in there. It was amazing. We had a lot of fun. We were able to touch the hand that Jin touched because
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I was like, Pauline, come here. I need to touch your hand.
Pauline. Give me your hands that have been
Your hands that
by
touch
Jin.
Hands that have been blessed by Jin.
The hands blessed by Kim Seokjin, give them to me.
Yeah, and I got to meet a lot of the people that I see on the Discord on the daily. So it was awesome, and it's great to kind of like have that resource. And I think we built a beautiful community, and you're always welcome to meet with us. And yesterday we were also kind of meeting Army in the wild. We run into two armies and the sister of an army while we were like going to the theater. And it was amazing. And we were like, oh, do you know this? Like, we met through this community and this and that, and giving them websites and stuff. So it was great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Time.
I think we all did this weekend. We all got to go to see the movie with people that we have met through the project, through the Discord, people local to us that we did not know before. And I literally walked in the house like 15 minutes before this live started. I just got back from seeing Hobie's movie with some of our project members who are local to me, and a brand new one to our server. She just joined our server, and she found the DMV thread and was like, oh, can I go with you guys? And we were like, yes. And so she joined us, and she didn't even know. She was like, wait, you guys have a YouTube channel? And I told her to come and watch the live. So hopefully she does.
Oh, that's nice.
Shout out to Amber. Shout out to Amber, who I just met today for the first time. And I got to watch Hobie wreck her in real time during the movie. She's a Jin bias, but I looked over at one point and she was doing this.
Yes,
Aw.
which is totally fair.
Obi.
Which is totally fair.
Yeah. So as for the community, if you want to find the map, you can find it on our website, ap529.com/links. Just find the forum where you can enter your information and then enter the map, and I will just add you. And yeah, as I said, we're about community. We never banked on a loan. So
That's right.
Sorry.
I got to give a shout out really quick. Lisa, I graduated from Western Michigan University.
Oh,
Lisa in the comments, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Shout out. There we go. Anyways,
She's from Michigan.
find people on the map.
That's where
Hey
Bugs
there,
Bunny
how
is
are ya?
always. That's where Bugs Bunny's always taking a wrong turn. I should have taken that left turn at Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo, Michigan.
So, as part of our goal of meeting in person and having in-person community as well as online community, we are having our second annual Kansas City meetup this July, as we've talked about many times, July 25th through 27th. We are gearing up for that. We've been meeting with the planning team more often. We have a little draft schedule we're working on. Like, we're really getting pumped. As you know, as you've heard, Doc is planning a lot of shenanigans that some of us are getting dragged into willingly and unwillingly. So yeah, we're moving forward with that. And as we mentioned before, also, this is probably going to be the last one for a while, the last one of this type, just because we don't know exactly what's coming next year. And so yeah, we've got to wait and find out. But there probably won't be a big central meetup. We may do smaller things at different shows. We're not really sure yet. We've got to see what's happening. Yeah, so if you want to learn more about that or register, information is also at ap529.com/links. And we are still having people sign up. We're still getting a couple a week.
Yes.
So
We still have room.
still have room.
Yep.
I replied to somebody's comment today who's going to Dallas. I tried to get them to the CaraJin. So
Super, super exciting.
Appreciate around us.
So for those of you who are new to us, and we have quite a few new faces, we are Army Project 529, as we mentioned earlier, and we go live on Sundays, which is on YouTube, for our Sunday deep dive, where we talk about more in-depth subjects, and then we go live on TikTok on Wednesdays at 8 Central, 9 Eastern, to talk about member news for the week and shenanigans that take place on the internet. So you want to join us over there. The handle over there is Army Project 529. So you want to join us there. But for tonight, we are going to be talking about Festa, and we're going to give you a sneak peek into our AP529 retrospective extravaganza, our own personal little festivanza, as it were, where we are going to be looking back a little bit. So you're going to want to stick around for that. It's going to be super fun, super fun. But first, some reminders about concerts coming up.
Concerts.
Because we don't know if you heard it, but there is a concert, #run Seokjin _F.tour.
It gets easier every time.
It does get easier. And I'm trying to
mouthful.
desensitize my blog. We're gonna have to write on this one, and I'm gonna be typing this thing all the time. It's fine, guys. Anyways, it's coming up. Tickets are available in some cities on Ticketmaster. If you want an Army bomb, they are currently sold out on Weavers, but you're not going to get them in time anyway. So just sit back, sit tight, wait till you get to the concert and buy them at the merch booth at the concert, because that is going to be your best bet for getting both a real one and one on time. So have no fear. They always have them at the venues. They sell them in that truck. They always have tons and tons of them. So you will be able to get one at the tour.
Yes. And start thinking about your signs for the concert. It was really cool to see all of the signs in Osaka, even though I couldn't read a lot of them. They were still really fun. And we had tons of fun with our signs for Hobie. And some of us got on Army time. Like some of the project members got on Army time.
Yay.
Trisha and I got on Army time. We're looking to get more people on Army time for Jin. So everybody put their creative caps on. But we had a banner that we made for Hobie for the project, and we've made one for Jin too. And I think it's up already, right? Katie?
The
The
what?
banner.
The banner.
The banner.
For
No, I
Jen?
didn't put it up yet, but the design is done. We can look at
It's
it. I
done.
previewed it.
It's going up
show it.
very shortly.
Mm.
It's going up very shortly.
Yeah.
So
I need to get mine ordered.
yes,
Mm.
and there's concert gear coming soon, isn't there, Christina?
I'm gonna show it.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Oh,
I'm gonna
We've
show
got
it.
a few designs, but the main design, Christina, just
I
finished.
love it.
Boom.
so
Yes.
I'm
it's
obsessed.
so
Can
freaking
you, make
good.
Listen.
can you make it any bigger?
Um,
Obsessed with it.
That.
so
Look at it.
listen, Happy was taking me down one route design wise, and then Echo came out and those concept photos came out, and it was all rocker gin, and I was like, this has got to be, we've got to do rocker gin. All right, so there it is.
Yep.
So gonna be up soon.
Yeah.
And thanks to everybody. Admin always has really good feedback, and me and Katie went back and forth on different things. Quince helped, and then we always give admin a chance to weigh in. I say, but I usually put the design in there, and I say, okay, before I go any further, does anyone hate this? Very
We never
important.
do.
I had no notes.
I give no notes either. I just like, I
It
love
was-
it. Yeah.
Stephanie is always the biggest cheerleader.
Very
Stephanie's our biggest
enthusiastic.
cheerleader. She's
So-
like, I love it.
There you go.
I have given notes on past designs, but for this one I had 0 notes. It was
That's
beautiful.
awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, there you go. Gonna be up real soon here.
It's so 80s vibe. I love it.
I
I love
listen. Yep.
everything about this.
I had like Metallica Poison all in my head, and I was like, Jin is a rock star. He deserves some rock star design. So anyway, there you go.
There you go.
Yay.
Katie, do you want to show the poster?
I'm wearing our Hope on the Street.
Do
I'm
I-
wearing our Hope
Yeah.
on the Street.
Do I want to show
I've
one?
got the I got one of our bakery lines.
I do
Mhm.
too.
Kobe's lemon
Ow.
Oh,
cake.
that's cute.
Red Rose.
Oh, look.
Uh,
So you got Patricia's got the retro version. I've got the Hope on the Stage
Concert
version.
version.
The
Yeah.
concert version.
there you go.
Look at
Mine
us.
are all in the laundry.
Nikki asked, will we have hoodies? Yes, we will have a unisex short sleeve shirt, a unisex long sleeve shirt, a women's short sleeve shirt, a hoodie at minimum. We'll probably also have a notebook, a coffee mug, and a handful of a few other things.
Also, bear in mind, Jin's North American tour is in the dead ass of summer.
Thank you, Colin.
Yes, however, we have had somebody ask us to add long sleeve
But-
shirts recently because she lives in Northern California. And she said,
And you're going to want to wear these shirts not just at the concert, but also he's indoor. So that
It would make an awesome
that
hat
did
with just the
modify my
guitar and the
concert
fish
choices.
part.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it would.
so
Oh.
There's my one piece of input.
the reason it's
I
not
love
up
it.
is because we had that version is on a black background. We have to change the design to work on a light background. And Christina is really sick today, so we didn't have a chance to look at it. But it's like ready to post. It's so close.
Yeah. It'll be at
I'm
plenty of
excited.
time. The
I'm
first
excited.
concert's June 28th. We've got plenty of time.
True story, Colin, about tank tops. So there's one unisex tank top from the manufacturer that we prefer, and I ordered a sample to see if we could offer it. At least on my particular body, it was not a great fit. I sent Christina and Quince a video earlier to see if I could mail it to one of them and see, because like it could very much
That's
be
right.
a me issue. So
I haven't even had a chance to look at that yet. Can't wait now.
well, look, I am short and stout, so this could be a me issue.
I too am built like a teapot.
I thought of the exact same thing. I'm about to go like this.
Well, now I'm thinking of gnarly or whatever thing they're doing.
Now I'm thinking of Walk Like an Egyptian, actually.
But anyway, yes, we heard the feedback about tank tops. We were trying to find one that we think will be a great product to offer because we don't want to offer stuff that isn't good. So,
We don't want to offer stuff that isn't good.
The t-shirts are very, very high quality.
Not
very soft.
generally our bag.
Not
to-
generally our bad.
Yeah.
not to mention, I don't want to handle a bunch of returns when you're like, these suck.
Yeah.
Anyway,
True.
Yeah.
Less than ideal.
Less than I
So yeah, as part of our whole like meeting up in person thing, so Jen going on tour, us having a meetup, they appeared to coincide at one point, and So yeah, in order to try to accommodate as many people who wanted to come to our meetup, but also still wanted to see Jin, and also to kind of create like a fun little event for, where the admins are planning on going, or some of them, there's going to be a little bit of a caravan. Some of our project members are attending in Dallas. The Dallas shows are just a few days before our Kansas City meetup, and then going to be driving up together, CaraJinning up to Kansas City together after the shows. Steph and Doc and Christina will be attending in Dallas, and they're going to be CaraJinning. So if you would like to be part of that, if you were attending the Dallas shows, or you were attending you're attending the Kansas City meetup, and you don't know anything about that, but you want to get on it, come on over to the Discord, and you can find info. We've got a whole section for Jin's concert tour, and each separate date has its own section, and you can find the Dallas CaraJin section and join in and get some more info there, and come and join us. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And then after the Kansas City meetup, Patricia and I are going to be going to Newark. We're going to be heading to so we're going to have a fun time with all of our project members that are coming to Newark as well. I know that Patricia is planning to schlep me all around the city, and we're going to have tons of fun. So you can come and hang out with admin at either one of those. And hopefully this is the last time that Katie is not able to attend a concert, and that next time she will be with us.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, I learned from two-seok that I can raise my hand in here. As a reminder on the CaraJin, if you are planning on joining the CaraJin, fill out the form to tell us if you are a driver or a passenger. Even if you are a driver and have already found all of your passengers inside the project, we need you guys to fill out that form for us, because there are plans for shenanigans and games on this trip, this caravan, this CaraJin. And if we don't have the proper number of people, your car won't be in games. And so I need you to fill out that form so you can join the fun.
In case you guys haven't noticed, Doc can't do anything without shenanigans.
Everything has to have shenanigans.
Everything is a shenanigan.
I have
I
to
immediately
admit,
volunteered for this CaraJin planning team, just saying.
yeah, that's very fun.
Yeah.
I only had 2 requests. One, I need some walkie-talkies. And
Got it.
2, I would really like to live out my DJ fantasies. Those are the only 2 things.
I'm on
Exactly.
both of those. I got
Yep.
you. I got you
There you
covered
go.
for both
There
of
we go.
those.
Appreciate it.
I got my
Boom.
walkie-talkies in, so.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. For CaraJin 1, which is leaving at 5 in the morning, just FYI, we have 8 walkie-talkies coming for up to 8 vehicles. So again, we need to know if you're joining and see if we need to get more walkie-talkies. So fill out the form for me.
Breaker 19, breaker
Great.
1.
Oh,
It'll be like breaker 613, breaker.
our new friend Amber, who I just met tonight, said shenanigans.
Oh, shenanigans.
shit. How we
Oh,
missed that.
shit. Amber, you
Look
are
at her
gonna
already.
miss.
She's already pulling her weight with
love.
puns. She's already pulling her weight with puns.
I
Welcome
love.
to the project, Amber. Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
The whole time.
Year and a half, and I didn't think of shenanigans.
Staring us in the face.
Son of a
Oh,
bitch.
I thought we recognized every gin pun, and yet there was another
We
one.
had the agenda, the CaraJin. There's so many gin puns.
Goodness, if it was a snake, it would have bitten me.
Indeed.
If it was
Indeed.
a silk gin, it would have been.
I'm ashamed of us.
Don't be.
It's fine. It's Festa. Everything's fine. It's
I
Festa.
am the master of shenanigans, and I didn't come up with it this whole time. So, like, who should be the most ashamed? This one right
Fuck
here.
it, it's Festa.
Shenanigans.
Fucking Festa, guys.
That's fine. That's fine. We're writing it down. We're writing it down.
Write that down.
Shenanigans.
Put shenanigans in
Maybe.
the Gindex, because we do have a Gindex, guys.
It's on
Have a
you.
good
Christina,
Shenanigans.
Paulina wants to know what your DJ name's going to be.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna have to think about that.
Oh.
Yeah, because and we have to come up with how we're gonna do it too, because we have a lot of different options.
We still have to do that.
Do we all get to have handles? Like a handle? Like a whatever?
I mean, I think we should.
On the CB radios, I feel like I see we're gonna have
a handle.
We're gonna have car teams. We're gonna have car teams, and we are gonna play rock paper scissors for naming of the cars. So we already know who number one is gonna name their car. So I'm just saying.
When I was a child, my aunt and my grandfather was a long haul trucker. When I was a child, and then my uncle was as well, and my aunt used to ride with him sometimes. And then sometimes I would go with them, and I had my own little CB radio handle. They would let me talk to some of the other truckers. Would you like to know what my little tiny like 5-year-old handle was?
Yes,
it was half pint.
Oh, you're so cute.
That's adorable.
You're so cute.
That is adorable.
That is
because I was obsessed with Laura Ingalls Wilder and the Little House on the Prairie books, so I was half pint.
Yeah.
Oh.
Listen though, when we plan this stuff, we go hard. Like we can make car magnets that have the name of the group of people on there and put them in the car. Like, look at Katie. Katie's like, shut your mouth.
It's like, just shut up.
Shut your mouth.
If we're gonna start with car
Christina,
named ahead of time, we're gonna have to play
too
a
much to do.
game.
We're drowning.
Do we though? Do we?
Do you want to see the list?
Do we? See,
No,
listen,
she
we're not
doesn't want to see the
we're
list.
not
That's
gonna
the point, Katie.
Listen,
Really don't.
Katie, the key is that Christina knows that pretty soon we're not going to be in our bulletproof editing team meetings every Sunday night.
Hey, shut up. Anyway, we're not. Nope.
It'll be
I was
fine.
gonna say we can just talk to each other for fun, guys. We don't have to like do work.
Yep.
You just
Wait,
done
who
it.
went to go see Hobie's movie? Who went to go see Hobie's movie?
I did, and can I just say, I'm in Arizona. Can I just say, Paulina, who's here, and she's on our Discord. She's a wonderful member in streaming, charting, voting. She came over. I took my mom, and she came over to my mom, and she let my mom have first pick of her freebies, and she gave my mom a hug, and she said, "You're my favorite."
Oh.
And that made my mom's night.
We
So
love
thank
you.
you very much, Paulina. That was very, very sweet.
Aww.
So-
Yay. That's so great. It was a fun time.
Mhm.
But everybody, I mean, my theater was kind of like half of the theater was rowdy and the other half was like dead quiet. Like the whole back row where I was, and the people I was with were like there were some people who had army bombs, and so we were standing up and we were all like singing along and doing everything. And the rest of the theater, like below us, I feel like was like so quiet.
Mm.
So it was like half and half, but we had a good time.
Ours was like rowdy at times, but it does change the dynamics. They keep playing the BTS movies in the two theaters that have the recliners.
Yes, I did.
And so we're not like seated close to each other like a normal theater. We're all like
There's a
back in
divide.
recliners and stuff, and so it does. The vibe is a little bit different that way. I have noticed that.
Well, we had technical difficulties and our movie didn't start for a couple of minutes. And at the end, everybody who stayed after the movie was over, the cinema people came out and handed out free movie passes as an apology for the fact that they couldn't get the movie started on time. So that was really cool. Yeah.
That's precious.
That
You're
was
like, I'll be
really,
back
really cool.
tomorrow.
I know. I was like, what other Bangtan movie is going to come out? I'm going to save these passes.
Well, they'll do a
'cause-
soul one, right? Surely,
Yeah.
like they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
I'm sure.
maybe, yeah, we'll see.
I'm
That's
sure.
I mean, we might get run Seokjin _ep.movie.
That's true.
Oh my God.
So
Probably will.
Look at
we
Katie.
had some shenanigans going on with a group that I went with because we actually, apart from meeting all these armies while we were having early dinner and everything, we went to the wrong theater.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Good times.
Because there's like a classic theater called the Angelica in the East Village, and we thought it was that one, but it wasn't that one. So we ended up we went early, thank God, and we ended up jumping into a cab and heading because there was some AP29ers that were already waiting at the theater, so we just made it there with some time, and the theater was packed. It was packed. I think there was like not one seat left.
That's
It was
amazing.
absolutely.
Wow.
That's amazing.
The
Yeah,
music was blasting, so it was
Love
awesome. It was like being in the freaking concert. There was singing, there was army bombs, there was like random screaming. It was pretty awesome, and a lot of commentary. And I must say that one of our AP529ers who was sitting next to me told me, she's a JK Bias, and she was like, "This guy has wrecked me so freaking
as he has done the millions, man.
Yeah.
Man, I've been
it's like starting
raging in
bias
the
at it.
biases and wreckers.
Yep. Yeah, there were some of the people local to me went yesterday, and they were getting dinner beforehand, and while they were at dinner, they found out that their movie theater was there was a water main break, so the theater had to close, and so they had to really quickly find a different theater to go to and like scramble, and they had like just ordered their drinks at dinner, and they were like, well, bottoms up, Susan. Yep, that was Susan. Bottoms up.
That's so weird.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I think a lot of people had technical difficulties yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, people be trying to keep
But
us.
today was
I'm
I guess
doing
they
this.
worked out the kinks. Today was smooth sailing.
Oh, that's good.
It was a little late getting started, but yeah. Because she had to chug her margarita. What a chill.
Chug, chug, chug.
I got tiny legs and a frozen
Yeah.
What do you mean you want me to run to another theater?
So yeah. Concerts.
Concerts.
Did anybody else find themselves singing the Korean when he was singing the
Yes.
Japanese
Yes.
for the songs?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because
I
I was
was
like,
like-
I can barely handle the one language, so I can't handle a third.
Yeah.
That was
No,
a-
But
I
Hobie
think-
speaking Japanese was
Well, yeah.
Amazing.
He
That
sounded
was
really good.
was his fluency in Japanese is just so hot to listen to.
I like too. The Japanese translator would say a certain word and then he'd just repeat it in his cute little voice.
I mean,
So cute. Or the moment when he thought the translator was done and she kept going and then he's like, I wasn't
I
gonna
love
say
that man.
anything. Don't worry about it. It was fine.
Every time he looked over his glasses, I about crapped my pants. And I'm like, how does he look so sexy doing that? Because I look like when I do it all the time and I'm not sexy, okay?
we do it. It's like awkward librarian.
Yeah.
right?
Totally.
He does it. It's like, oh, stop looking at me
He
like
does
that.
it. It's
sir.
like your entire DNA shifts in your body.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh.
You're like,
That's so
I made
good.
a lot of noises.
Patricia's
Most
like-
of them were involuntary. Yeah, because it's a lot of
Sometimes.
shots
I
that
look
you
like
don't
a hot
get.
mess when I do this.
Listen, it was
I do
so
it.
different. It was so different from being live.
Yeah.
Because when I was live, I kept trying to watch him because I was like, I'm never going to get to see
Right.
him again
Yeah.
until an OT7 situation. So I want to see him in the flesh, like do, dance and all of that. So I wasn't watching the screens. But like for the movie, it's like,
Right.
he also took the aggressive eye contact with the camera to a new fucking
Yeah.
level compared to
Yeah, he did.
previous things.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, man, the number of times I was like, stop looking at us like that.
I know.
Stop.
But he was still like, I was sitting next to a new friend and I was like, and then Kiana was on my left, right? And I kept saying, he's just being so respectful in Japan. Like he's dialed everything down a bit. It just felt like a little, not like downer, but just felt like much more kind of like reserved a little bit, but not. It was, I don't know. I loved it. It was, he's
It's
hot.
amazing.
He's,
I know.
Listen,
know.
He was
I-
a bit
listen.
more reserved, but that moment when he went like this
yeah. He was like, you know.
on the photos.
I have long called him my Victorian era whore. And that since military, he's gone into his red light district whore era. He went
Oh,
back to
Lord.
the Victorian era, but he was very demure, very mindful, but like still slutty. Like he was,
Totally.
I don't know. He was Victorian. He was back in his Victorian that style. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous. He
Yeah.
does a lot of things with his eyes versus his body. It's deadly. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
I was not told when I picked a bias and a wrecker way back in the day. I was not told that Yoongi and Hobie would be just deadly for me, and I'm glad to see that it's happening to everyone.
It is nice. I know.
He's always been my
as a soap bias, it has been joy to watch the masses fall to the charms of one Jung Hoseok.
You know how when you watch like a carousel, like I'm thinking like inner child, and the horses go around and they go up and down and doing that whole thing. Now, whenever somebody says the word bias, that's what I imagine. Like they just, for me, they're just like going around, like a different one pops
That
up.
is true.
Oh yeah, I like you this week. That's you're the
That
one.
is true.
Yeah,
That's you. And whichever one you can see,
Yep.
that's the one.
That's the one. That's the flavor of the month.
Yeah,
For the
I mean,
week.
Yoongi's always top tier for me. He's head horse, okay? Head horse, so to speak. But
Mhm,
everybody else is just like,
Like, hi, I'm here.
yeah.
Let me wreck you today, said Jinwick.
And we're just like, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jin.
whatever you say, sir.
Yep.
Anyway.
Everything's fine.
Yes, Cherise, love the one you're with. That's exactly right. The problem is we did all 7 in 20 days. So
Speaking of loving the ones that you're with, it's time for our interlude.
It's
Oh.
time.
Ways that you can love us even more.
The ways that you can love us. And I was just Christina has roused herself from her sickness. She has approved the light design version, so I will try to get that live in the second half of the live tonight. The Jin design. Anyway, ways you can support us. One of them is by buying our merch, which all of us except Stephanie are wearing tonight. I'm just kidding. You're wearing Hobie merch. It's allowed.
I don't think Christina is.
Oh, well, you're sick.
Oh,
You're forgiven.
Christina's not.
No, this isn't our
Cute.
merch. This was my merch, but
Yeah,
Icon.
it's still a
just
Christina
kidding.
design. At the
By the way,
end.
I saw somebody with their Hobie Rosemont jersey on last night at my theater, and I wanted to be like, "Did you meet my friends?
Aw,
Did you meet my friends?
that's
Did
cute.
you meet the crazy people?"
I need to do better about it.
Anyway.
She
Ways
might
that you
have.
can support us. You
I
can
know.
buy the merch that we work really hard on. Yeah, and hopefully you'll look pretty cool wearing it or using it, and hopefully you'll enjoy it and it'll make you happy to look at. You can find all of that at ap529.com/links, which for the recording is pinned in the chat. And then the other way, if you would like to support us on a monthly basis or a recurring basis, is our Patreon. We are still talking through ideas of ways to work with our Patreon subscribers more, but anyway, we appreciate them so much, and you can learn more about that also at the ap529.com/links. That is, like I mentioned, a monthly subscription, so it's $3, $5, or $10 a month auto draft, or I think if you buy multiple months up front, you get a little bit of a discount. Yeah, and we try to give them first look at new designs, and they got to vote on. Can I talk about the blog a little bit for a second?
Yeah, you can say what they voted on.
Yeah, so our upcoming blog that's going to come out tomorrow is I'm just going to set that expectation now.
At some point. It's coming out at some point.
That will come out one day.
Sometime next week.
We answered questions. We all took turns answering questions about the project and our experience and how it connected to BTS. And our Patreon subscribers got to vote on them. We gave them a list of like 15 questions, and we answered their top 5, and then we each picked one that we wanted to answer in addition.
That's why it's taking so long for the blog to come out, because we all had to get in our fields to do it, and none of us like that.
It was awful.
Listen, there were reasons why Quince is the writer of our blog and not the rest of us chuckle fucks.
I just sat back and went, ha!
Not so easy, is it?
As the rest of us little assholes were bitching and moaning about writing
a bunch of
5
detaching
paragraphs.
procrastinators being like, I don't want fields, I don't want fields, no.
I know, right?
Yeah. Meanwhile, I like.
I'm not going to be done today, and I'm like, that's fine.
I
understand,
know.
but we're not gonna be done
I
today.
set that thing afloat like a lantern on a wall. I was like, don't ever make me look at this again. Anyway,
So I answered my questions. I took most of Friday to do so, half of Saturday, and then I was just like, nope, I'm submitting them and I'm being done. I was done with it, and I haven't looked at it since.
Yes, so the poll result has been tabulated. We have all worked on answering our questions or in progress of that. Anyway, so that's the kind of stuff we try to give our Patreon subscribers. Try to give them more input, more access, stuff early. That's what you get if you want to subscribe. So thank you very much to the people who participated. And if you are not able to support us financially, here are some ways you can do so for what price, Quince?
Freedy.
Freedy.
For the low price of $3.99, ladies and gentlemen. If you, it's tough out here in these Bangtan streets with all of the tours and the merch and the albums. And so we understand, when you choose to come here and spend your time with this ARMY project, there are many out there. But when you come to this ARMY project, sometimes you might be a little strapped. We all are. We understand. So if you like to get things for free skis, and help people for free skis, these are the ways that you can do it. You can make sure that you are following us on social media, including this here YouTube channel. If you're not already subscribed, please make sure you subscribe right now. You can like the live. If you're on your phone, you may need to exit the chat and hit that little thumbs up button, and then you can go right back into the chat. And make sure you hit the little bell so you get all of our notifications. And we're Army Project 529 on all social media platforms, so we are easy to find. We are super easy to find. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter X, those are the ones where you'll probably find us the most. And you can follow all of us individually as well if you want to. But make sure that you are liking our posts, commenting on them, and sharing them. That really helps push us out to people. And then if you love hanging out with us, you come into our Discord server, you shoot the shit with us all the time, you watch us live all the time. If you enjoy all of that, please consider talking about us on your social media, making a little post shouting out the project and just telling people, why you like it so much, and tag us so that we can come and give you some love as well. That's honestly the best thing, because the more that people talk about it, the more people that we can reach, and we can bring them into the community, and they can have friends where they don't feel alone, because friends don't let friends Bangtan alone. And that is what we're here for. So those are the ways that you can help us for the low price of $3.99.
Good deal.
I tried to work as many awful ones in as I could.
I'm so proud of you.
We love cringe. We love the cringe. Live for it.
Oh, is it Festa time?
It's time.
It's time for Festa. A festivities.
Fuck it, it's Festa. I'm changing the agenda.
We're going to be talking about Festa, people, because it's June. We're in June. It's June 1st.
June of the year 20 BTS.
It's Gemini season, June.
And
We've
the
landed.
boys are coming back.
We've landed.
No, why don't we make that edit? Oh, we need to make that edit. Sorry.
It's birthday season.
All I can think about is the boys are back from High School Musical 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
See,
no,
and in my head, all I can think of is
Boys are-
Bangtan is back on the menu, boys.
Bangtan is back on the menu.
I sent you guys that edit earlier. I love somebody used Seokjin and the boys, you must come back home. And
Yes,
with
that was
clips
great
of Bangtan.
You
That was
must come back
really
home.
good.
That was hot. That
That was really good.
And he said, "Happy birthday month to half of you." That's true. Literally half.
Yep.
Of us.
Literally.
Yes.
Oh,
It's true.
good stuff.
Indeed.
Good
So
stuff.
yeah, we made it. We made it here. Who thought? Who thought we were gonna make it here? It felt so
Not
far
me.
away.
I know. It did feel so
We
far
made
away.
Yeah. Even last June, when Jin got out of the military and we had Festa with him, even then it still felt so far away, even though he was back. I mean, it was wonderful and it was glorious, but it was just and we still have to wait. But then it feels like this past year just flew by.
Bye.
Yep.
Crazy.
So far away.
I mean, JK's live was in December, and that
It
doesn't
was.
seem like it was that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. But we've been distracted by concerts, plural,
Very true.
and
Hobie
albums,
Hobie and Jen have done a
albums
great job.
and
Yep.
songs.
have.
We've had songs to chart and albums to chart, and we've been fucking busy.
I was gonna say, who's been bored?
They've
Not
kept
me.
us. They have kept us busy. two-seok have. I don't think they sleep, to be honest. Like, I'm not really sure when they sleep, because we don't sleep just to keep up with the content, but they made it. So and it takes longer to make it than to absorb it. And so when the fuck are they sleeping if we're not sleeping just to keep up with their shit? I don't know. These men work so fucking hard for us. It's ridiculous.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's crazy how much they've done.
Well,
and they're doing even more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how about the live yesterday?
That was
unexpected.
First of all, can we talk about how, so we're just people just shooting the shit in Discord, just hanging out, and all of a sudden Katie runs in, and Katie is never the first one to get notifications about anything. Katie's usually the one wandering in like an hour later going, "What happened, guys?" No, Katie comes in and goes, "Live!" But she just says words. She's like, "Live! Weavers!" And we're all like, "What? What's going on?"
And they're like, who? And I just scream, BTS.
Weavers.
Well, meanwhile, I don't know if you know this. I'm like opening the streaming lounge and opening my Weavers and trying to get the two together. Because I'm like,
No,
what the
I'm
hell?
just sort of keyboard smashing in
Thankfully-
panic.
Thankfully, because it was a mere 10 minutes long, and Weavers on average takes 4 to 9 minutes to give you that initial notification. I've been measuring it for the last many years. 4 to 9 minutes is the average length of time for a notification to hit. Thankfully, they simultaneously uploaded that bitch to YouTube with subtitles.
Yeah. But it was crazy because how long has it been since we've seen BTS?
I know, that's
started
why
their
I was
live?
keyboard smashing
I
in
know,
panic.
it was fucking wild.
It was panic. Everybody.
I was like, BTS?
Everybody scrambled. We got as many people into the streaming lounge as we could, and we were just everybody was about it, and it was so cute that it was like a whole news report.
That was the most adorable fucking shit I've ever seen.
They have done
Interviewing
it
each
before.
other.
They have done it before, and it was like so cute because it kind of gave me flashbacks to the previous like news reports that they have done.
Yeah.
So from the news desk. Yeah. The way in which it was adorable and hilarious and right up their alley that J-Hope would break character and then Jin would give him shit for it. Like,
yeah.
It was
And then
joy.
he would mention JK, of course.
Yes.
Jungkook is watching, and Hobie's like, I guess.
I guess so. I mean,
The way he was like, where do you think he's watching from? And J-Hope just is like,
Over
probably
there.
the military. Where
We're
he's
over there,
gonna still
probably.
be.
Yeah, probably the military.
Probably the military, where he's still gonna be when this airs. It's just like, oh. Boo.
They were so cute, though.
And then he pretended
so
to be an army. J-Hope.
I mean, honestly, then watching the crowd on the concert last night with their little signs, like they were they're like vibrating, like they're just like that.
Just like J-Hope with the army bomb.
I do.
totally.
That's what they
find
see
it-
when they look at army.
I know,
because
that's-
they're that close to
Totally.
them. Army's like,
Oh yeah. His impersonation of Army was spot the fuck on. Him talking about his fingers hurting after getting tickets was also spot
that
the
was
fuck
too
on.
real.
Thinking
It
you
took
could
30
get
minutes.
a time
That was
concert in
really
30
cruel.
minutes.
That was the
Wishful fucking thinking. Wishful thinking. You said the waiting room for 30 minutes.
My personal favorite was the weather report when he was said that like rain was coming and he put on
Yeah,
that
he's
little
like, put on my jacket.
raincoat.
And they've got the green screen background behind him with the little blowing leaves.
The fan. And he's like,
I was squeeing so hard, and my husband was like in the kitchen, like, she loves them a completely normal amount. She loves them a completely normal amount.
And you're like, shut up.
No, I went out and explained it to him after. The first thing he said was, oh my God, their marketing department is amazing. And then he was like, that sounds so fun. And I was like,
Yeah, it was.
It was fun. Their marketing team is fucking amazing.
I know, because I was like, no, you don't understand. Festa, they have a calendar. They tease the calendar. It's a guessing game. And he was like, God, they're so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, they're so smart.
They
and
know
it's
how
fun.
much we love the fucking puzzles, man.
Yeah.
They know how much we love the puzzles.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm screaming tonelessly like, oh my God, the weather report is a calendar. The weather report is the calendar. And he's like, what are you talking about?
In the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot of yelling and a lot of like really
a lot of noises.
awful, like, I know there's so many typos. I was like, the weather report is the calendar.
I'm typing frantically. Patricia's like, I muted you. Your typing is too loud.
Yeah.
Everybody's caps locked.
Muted you.
Nobody's spell checking. It's fine. Everything's fine, guys.
It was fun. It was such a
Sure.
great time. That was really fun with their back and forth. And yeah.
We actually watched it twice.
Yeah, we did watch it twice. We were like, we need to watch that again.
Yeah.
Oops.
So then the full schedule was published late last night. So do we want to pull that up and look at it?
Sure.
Yes. Why not?
I'm just trying
Well,
to
I
get
think we do that also along with not pull them both up, but I'm just saying like then with who is it? Hobie's release thing, because it shows a video for the 21st, which I'm wondering, or like a thing, which I'm wondering if that means that's going to be the live with them all. Did you notice that like on Hobie's release schedule?
Oh,
Yeah, it was a little TV screen with
for
a heart
Killing It Girl?
inside it.
Yeah.
I think that they did that for Weverse. That's what I was thinking Weverse was, because they had the YouTube symbol for something else.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't YouTube. So I'm guessing maybe the TV with the heart in it is maybe Weverse.
My
I don't
Twitter
know.
is totes broken. And that's where I was going to go get the schedule from. Oh, it's just making me sign in again for no reason whatsoever. That's fine.
That's fine.
They need to not play with my emotions when it comes to Yoongi. They need to really not play with my emotions. That's fine. They can do whatever they want. That's what I mean. But
Because they will play with your emotions.
They
emotions
will
are
play
high.
with your emotions, and you will fucking allow them to play with your emotions, because
As if we
that's
have a
what
say.
we do.
I
Not
will.
only will I
Yeah.
allow it, I will pay them money for it.
Yep, I know.
Not only will I allow it,
Ugh.
not only will we continue coming back for it, we'll pay
true.
them
Hold on.
for the
Okay, I finally
opportunity.
got it open. I had to get the big version. You got to get way in the details. Can't
Yeah,
just-
because it's hard to read from far away.
yes, you can't
Yeah.
just.
Oh, sorry. You got it. Okay.
Yes,
I
I
was
got it.
about to
Okay.
drop it. I was about to drop the Weverse version in the admin.
I went to go. Yeah, Twitter usually gets really high res versions. I went to go look at this earlier again today because I was yesterday was a really long day and I was like, cool and whatever. I went and looked at it and I went into admin chat and started screaming like, those bitches gave us a clock last year. They knew.
Yeah.
They knew. They're such.
The fact that they made this thing a sun and a moon for two-seok is the most joyful thing in the history of time.
Yep.
And it really is the
Come
fonts
on.
and everything that they picked. It really is beautiful. Like
Yeah.
It is.
feels,
So yeah,
it
I'll
feels
zoom.
really, really
aesthetically
classy.
I'll zoom out so we can appreciate the full view. But then yeah, you can't read any of it.
Like it's a clock and it's the
Beautiful.
sunshine face from J Hobie's albums. And like,
There's a little
so
star in the
beautiful.
E.
genius.
It's so
Everything about
cute.
this is genius.
These clouds
Yeah.
remind me of sweet dreams. Anyway, okay, so now we'll zoom in that some of you at least can read this. So yeah, here's where we got our timeline. On the 1st, we got our first photo drop today. And then they said that the weather was going to cool down for a couple of days. We don't get anything for a couple of days. Then we get more photos. We get, I assume, the behind the photo shoot. I have absolutely no idea what this says. No.
Oh, it translates as anchor battle.
Oh my God, they're going to be anchors again. Okay, great.
Oh my God. Are they going to get into a war with each other? Is this going to be a live battle?
I don't know. They might be like battling to be the
Are they
anchor
finally
something.
Are they finally going to bust out the fact that Weverse allows multiple people to be in the same live from different accounts?
Okay, but all I can think about is Anchorman when they go to the parking lot.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
That would be so much joy.
Yeah.
And then didn't he say there was going to be like a purple heat wave or something after the photo was
That,
drawn?
when we're getting towards the end, yeah.
Yeah. And
okay.
it's even the clock. Oh, look at that. It's getting orange.
Yep.
Yeah.
Masterful
it's heating up.
bitches.
So then there's a teaser.
Teaser, something for ARMY, and then with ARMY, and then a behind. So this is clearly,
That's on the
this
7th.
seems to be the main event.
The 7th and 8th.
7th and 8th, something for ARMY, and then they keep going, and then on the 9th, we don't get anything on the 9th and the 10th, and then, well, I mean, we do. We don't
get anything, she says.
we get members coming out of the military, but I mean, on this clock, they don't have anything.
They have something on the 12th.
Yeah, the 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something. That's when he said that the heat wave or the purple wave was gonna, something like that. And then the 13th is, of course, the concert. And congratulations.
Oh, wait, it says 2013, 0613.
Yeah. That's debut day.
No, I know, but I was thinking, just without looking at it, I was like, oh, it must be this year. No.
No.
I also enjoy that it says congratulations. It's not something you normally have one of, but, you know.
Congratulations.
You know how it looks like the cut. I know this probably isn't true, but you know the cutoff point, like where the blue and the orange at the top kind of hit. It almost looks like one of those wheels that you can kind of turn and it will reveal more. Like you know how.
Yeah, it does.
Like I wonder if they'll
shift and show us more stuff.
Like as the guys all get back. And
I'm never gonna sleep, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm never gonna sleep.
Listen, 6/8 is quite the day because not only do we get this 6/13 for ARMY with ARMY and behind, that is also the day we get the teaser for Killing It Girl because they're really trying to murder all of us on that day. One day they're just gonna wipe us all out in one go.
There's not a lot of sleep happening.
The other thing that I kind of love is that they linked the 12th anniversary with 0 o'clock.
Yes.
And that they're going to be doing drops apparently at 12 a.m. and 12 p.m.
Yep.
Well, and
so
what does this translate as? Or is it 12 o'clock?
What?
This part.
I have not run this through a translator.
I didn't either because I wasn't sure if it was just the stuff next
I got
to it
no
in English.
time.
I got no time.
Well, no, what is this though?
I've been up to fuckery and shenanigans all day.
Is this
I got no
a song?
time.
Like, is this a title? What is 12 o'clock? You know what I mean?
Well, 12 o'clock is 0 o'clock.
No, I know, but they have it. Like, what is the drop on the 12th?
12 o'clock, which would be noon, not 0 o'clock, which is midnight.
Oh.
Because they use 24-hour time, and so 12 o'clock and 0 o'clock are not the same time.
Because when Jin kept saying, I was wondering why he said that, because at one point, instead of saying 0 o'clock, he said 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I think we were particularly talking about the part on the, what is that, the 8th, when it says, which one were you trying to
translate it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say,
we'll get it.
Let's
anyway,
just do it.
Also really fun to note on this whole clock theme with the light part and the dark part, we've got the sun and the moon, which is Hobie and Jin.
Right.
So
that's what I was saying earlier. I fucking love.
Yeah. So there's so many layers to this theme. I love it.
Right,
and it's very pretty too. Even the font. Immediately, Christine was like, "I love this font," and we were like, "Yeah, the font is awesome.
It's really pretty."
It is. I'm a huge fan of celestial,
yes,
like
here we go.
decor, and so it's just so pretty.
Okay.
Like steampunk, right? Is that what it is? Like kind of steampunky?
Okay. So this is
it can be also a little the part in the middle looks kind of steampunky, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so
this
is
all I got in me. The steampunk.
They must call it Hoseokjin. That's what they call two-seok, I guess. So
yeah.
So maybe this is a show or something?
Or just them doing something. two-seok.
Yeah, they're clearly doing something. This is today's ARMY.
Nancy, Hobie is the sun because he has been called Sunshine. That's his nickname from ARMY for many years because he had that bright smile of his, and he's always upbeat and usually so he's the sunshine. And then Jin has a song called Moon that he wrote, and he said he is the moon and ARMY is the earth, and he rotates around us. So
Well, okay, that got me in my feels.
I know, right?
Right. Right. So the fact that they're using Sun and Moon for this is very poignantly directed at two-seok, the two that are participating in all of Festa.
Well, and I love that the whole theme, if you step back, the whole theme is about transitions.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're saying it was the dark, and now it's coming into the light, and just like that using 0 o'clock as the inspiration is just so genius.
I also think it's like what I was sort of thinking about today when I was looking at this and thinking about Festa and all that. I also wonder with the whole 0 o'clock thing, the whole song is about, I just feel, sorry, I just feel like they were all at that point before they went into the military, at least kind of with what you could tell, they were just tired and it kind of worn down a little bit, and they needed breaks, and you don't know what all was going through their mind, but we know our Namjoon was going through stuff, and everybody was just going through shit. And I wonder if they're really seeing this, which I believe they are, as just like the song is. It's like they're seeing it as a whole new bright future ahead. You know what I mean? Like, okay, the past is the past. We put it behind. We have a new attitude. We have, we're newly inspired. We have all this new stuff. And that's just kind of, it's like we're setting that behind, and here we go into the whole new future, which how can you not be excited about that?
Yeah, definitely.
100%. We got photos this morning. Stephanie, take a look at the agenda real quick. We got photos this morning, switch photos. And when we saw the switch photos, we were like, what's that? What's that about? Switch. What's that about? Well, we found out when they dropped today that it was about Jin and Hobie switching concepts. And they took pictures of in each other's concepts. So Hobie did like an astronaut photo shoot, which was super cute. And Jin did a Jin in the box.
Jin in the box.
So like Jack in the Box. He did a Jin in the Box photo shoot. And it was so cute. They looked so awesome. The pictures were amazing.
I think one of my favorite parts about the Switch version is that though both of them have produced a lot of content since then, the ones that they switched on were their very first solo release. So they used the astronaut concept photos to mimic, and the outfit Jin was wearing was from the Jack in the Box, the original version, not the Hope edition that came out later. I mean, there were a couple shots from Hope edition, but he was wearing the outfit from the original Jack in the Box jacket shoot. And I thought that was really quite cool that they threw it back to the OG solo, like, debut things.
Yeah, exactly.
It's precious.
Yes, it's really cool. And then later we get the classic one, the classic version. So is that what it says? The classic versions? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's going to be pretty interesting.
So
I mean, if the
personally, I'm kind of hoping we get high definition of the photo they were mimicking. Because some of the photos that Jin in particular were mimicking of J-Hope were on like these tiled pictures, and they were small, and you never really got high def versions of them. And so that's my personal hope on that one.
So what do we think the classic versions are? Because if the classic versions are debut Bangtan with eyeliner, that would be funny.
That would be amazing.
If they suddenly just dropped like a whole bunch of pictures we've never seen.
Oh my gosh.
I would be awesome.
Which they tend to do during Festa anyway. Sometimes they drop photos and or even content like dance practices or behind the scenes stuff. They've just had the vault that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
It could be something too. Yeah. It could be something that they did, because we know they've been shooting a lot of stuff, because they've been visibly talking about it, the fact that they're working their asses off for Festa. And so it would be really cool if we got some kind of two-seok photo shoot being themselves instead of switching roles. That's all new. I would die.
Yeah, that would be really great too. Yeah, like new Festa photos, because we usually get new Festa photos. I mean, I think last year we got some stuff that they had probably done before they went into the military.
Yeah.
Remember?
I
It's
mean,
all
what all we do know for sure is these are going to be more two-soak photos, since they're calling it photos.
Yes. So we have those to look forward to.
Yay.
And then
I cannot wait for that photo behind that. Oh, I cannot wait
Behind
for
the
that
scenes is going to be awesome.
because they have got to be giggling their little asses off while mimicking each other.
yeah.
And I can't wait for that photo behind.
I would love to see a photo of J-Hope as Jin in a big bus with that T-shirt on, like like the original, like with the guy lighter on.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Or dream.
It would be really funny if at some point, once they're all back, if they did like recreate some of, I mean, they did sort of a little bit of it. They did like a memories photo shoot where they were each a different era. They had each dressed up as a different era, but it would be really cool to see them, all 7 of them, completely recreate like some looks from their early days. I know JK would have to be drug kicking and screaming.
I did have a thought when I saw that. I was like, oh, because we're always like, oh, what can we do? I was like, we should, as an admin team, like do the same thing and be like, everybody has to do somebody else's job on the project for a week and then record. Like, I can see me trying to do website shit. It would be horrible.
You don't want that.
Stephanie just gives me her TikTok and I'm sitting there like, I don't want to be here, but since I am,
Sorry.
Okay.
that would be so funny.
That is funny.
That would be really cool. Oh my gosh. I just want the skinny jeans back. I mean, listen, we all want the skinny
We all
jeans.
want the skinny jeans.
We all want the skinny jeans back. You're not the only one. You're not alone.
We're all hoping for that. We're all just hoping for that. Yeah.
Except,
Yeah.
Bring it back.
So
except them.
there's also like, so we do have gaps, we have days, but they don't, where there's nothing on the schedule. But there also has been times during Festa where they've dropped surprise stuff that they didn't tell that they didn't say anything about.
Frequently.
So, yeah. So I mean, what are some really like off the wall surprise things that you guys would like to see them just drop? Other than, because I know what we would all really like to see, but other than like magically the whole everybody appearing, other than that, like what is something off the wall that you would like to see? No, I just said other than that.
Other than that.
Yeah, there's the literal one thing we're not allowed to vote on. For me, like, are we waiting for the chat or are we just saying?
No, go for it.
For me,
They can say what they want. We can say
I would legitimately lose my shit if we got a two-soak subunit song for Festa.
Ooh.
Can I ask, would they release another song the same time that Hobie does his?
They would probably do it before, but I don't know. I don't know that there's.
I don't know.
But she's.
Well, it depends.
Just dreaming them.
Yeah, it depends. I'm just saying, we sit off the wall. I'm just
Yep,
saying,
it'd be amazing.
I would love a two-soak subunit
It'd be
song
amazing.
because their
Also,
voices would be. We know that their voices are amazing together.
Mhm.
Festa gift songs aren't usually songs that they release for the purposes of charting.
I was gonna
Right.
say,
Yeah.
12
Or
12
typically
o'clock could be
true.
a song. It could be a
No.
two-sock song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Mm.
I love that idea, Doc. I love that idea.
I do too.
Yep. Just a random entire season of In the Soup, Monica says, just drop in the middle of Festa.
I would say I agree with the Riven. I want Ddaeng on freaking streaming.
Yes.
We've been asking.
We've been
for
asking
so
for.
long.
It's been 84
We're
years.
so done. I have to listen to that song all the time in
I just
SoundCloud.
want it. I just want
Please.
it on Spotify.
We just want it.
I just
There
want
must be
to
a
play it on
reason.
my Spotify.
I want to play Ddaeng on Spotify, please.
Please.
Yeah. So that would be a wonderful Festa gift, would it not? That would be. And a fairly simple one, I would think.
Yeah.
Whoever's listening out there.
Yeah, I mean, in the light of their Festa Festa songs are not normally something that they give to us in the light of charting. We still don't have fucking Ddaeng on Spotify.
That's what I mean. If they could make money on that, they would. So
Yeah.
there must be a reason, and
We're
I
just
don't know
like
what it is.
done.
Yeah, we don't even
Dang.
on streaming platforms, and that was a Festa release. So
Yeah.
By the way, the Jin concert
I
design.
would love to see like another kind of like what they did with the Run Jin episode. I would love to see like a whole like another like kind of variety special, which I think we're going to get some short videos, it sounds like, but I would love to see another like variety special kind of like that where they have to do something and it's ridiculous. It doesn't necessarily have to be running from zombies in a hospital, but something ridiculous with the two of them. I would love to see.
If two-seok kidnaps the 4 of them that are getting out this week or that week.
I would just anything. I would just love to see something, you know. But yeah, that's what I would love to see more of. I did say I also would love to see more Switch photos.
Yes,
I would love to see them do other concepts, like other members' concepts. And I hope this is something that they do more of in the future, because that would be really cool.
Freaking amazing.
To see them do each other's.
Oh, snap. Look at those beautiful merch options.
It's up on the website.
It's available.
Love it.
Go get your Jin concert
And
gear.
just so you know, we put some really fun colors out there. You can get black if you want, but there's some really cool,
good.
like heather colors. There's some fun stuff.
Ooh, pretty.
Okay.
I think it's pretty.
Sorry,
I think
really excited to get that done.
I like the black one the most.
Yeah, but
and we have other
there's
we've
something
got
for
lots
everything.
of Jin designs up. So yes. And then I think last but not least, there's not only on the 13th and the 14th do we have Hobie's final, but there's also going to be an in-person ARMY event on the 13th and the 14th, I believe. And then there's a huge festival happening.
In Goyang. Yeah.
Which is really so smart of them, because they knew people were going to be there hanging out. And unless they want thousands of people just milling about in front of the Hyde building,
Yeah, they got to give them something to do.
Right, give them
they
something to do.
gotta give them something to do.
That
So,
their
smart.
festival has consistently brought in 1,000 for multiple years.
Yeah.
Have gone to their festival, their grounds where they have the festival. Usually averages it's been close to 400,000 for multiple years now.
Yeah.
And I've
bit
seen
over.
I've seen this advice over and over again. When they ask you why you're visiting Korea, you put BTS
Yeah.
Mhm.
so that they can see the impact.
Yeah, because they, much like other places, they do run analytics on things like that, like what is bringing people into the country. And so we would very much like the country of South Korea to have real numbers on how many people are visiting during that month. I think there's also the World's Fair happening in June, so in Korea. So we want them to know that we're going for Festa.
The event is so.
That's third-hand knowledge I got from somebody who's going to Festa or they're going to South Korea during the month of June for other reasons.
I said that, but I think it's actually Japan.
The World's Fair. But there are other things happening in South Korea during Festa time that are pretty big deals that a lot of people are going in for.
Yeah, the World Expo is happening in Osaka. So the people, my friends, that was me. I have some friends who are literally leaving for Korea tomorrow. And they're going, and I was like, so let me just tell you, they have no idea anything about BTS. And I was like, so you're going in a interesting time to Korea. You're gonna be inundated. I was like, let me just explain it a little bit to you. But they're also going to Japan, so they're going.
Okay.
They're going to be going to the World.
But there are in fact other reasons why people are going to South Korea in June, and so make sure you let them know you're there for BTS, so they get credited for those numbers.
Indeed.
Jindeed.
Indeed.
Jennifer says last year the line for the ARMY Festa gift was insane. Oh wow.
Can I tell you my dream?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, So Jin ends his tour in Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
Hamsterdam, it's being called.
I'm hoping from there they all meet up and they go do Bon Voyage with the Northern Lights, which is what Kay talked about wanting to do.
That would be joyful.
Because they'll be close, you know what I mean? Like then they all meet up and they go finally do that together.
That would be amazing. Yes.
And we get another Golden Closet film.
You know, if we have the other 6 in the audience in Hamsterdam, then we will have a pretty good clue that your theory might be right.
Yeah.
I mean, in my track, it's Hamsterdam.
It's literally ARMY have been calling it Hamsterdam, the locals. So to me, it will forevermore be Hamsterdam.
There you go.
Adorable.
It makes me want to go there and eat ham.
Yeah.
Which was actually part of why we had to name the CaraJin like CaraJin and not the Hamsterdam, because it was too close. Hamsterdam was too close to Amsterdam.
Yeah.
We already had that. They had already locked that name. I'm like, we can't do that
Can't do that.
we can't do that to the Netherlands Army. We can't do that. No. Be respectful. They got that name first.
That's a great wish, Stephanie, and I'm going to join you in hoping.
I love that wish.
I just don't think they would have mentioned it.
No, for sure that is happening because
if it weren't happening. And I was just while you guys were talking, I was looking at the schedule.
Let me ask you a question.
There isn't time to do it before.
When is the concert in Amsterdam? What's the date?
So it's the
end of
September 9th and 10th.
It's
I believe.
August 9th.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the end
August,
of
August. Yeah, sorry.
August 9th and 10th.
Yeah,
because that's the only day that will work because Hobie Palooza is in mid-July.
Yeah. It's after
Hobie Palooza will be done.
Yeah. But we knew this was going to happen anyway because literally when Taehyung was on Citrata, they all but like looked into the camera and said, this will be happening because Yoongi was like, look, this is the whole Bon Voyage.
This is the literal Bon Voyage crew.
Yep.
And that crew is convenently not busy right now to be
I think they're also
having the time to
also
prepare.
the Renjin crew. I think they're a lot of them also.
They're conveniently not filming Renjin right now so they can gear themselves up for the
really
next
need
show.
Big Hit to do me a solid and do this because I never call anything right, and I need to get one thing right in the 529 days.
You've been right about some things.
You've been right before.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's like, I don't remember.
I know.
You don't remember, but you've
Nothing
been.
stands out.
Well, there's been so much.
One thing you've been right about, Stephanie. J-Hope does in fact eat before his concerts.
Yes.
I was so proud of that.
Yeah,
That's right.
Between sound check and concert, which was even closer.
That's exactly right. He does. He should have come to eat with us that day.
Okay, guys. So we did tease another topic, but you know how we do sometimes. We squirrel, and we were so excited talking about Hobie's movie and breaking down Festa that we realized that we weren't going to be able to give enough time to our other awesome deep dive topic tonight. And Stephanie worked hard coming up with this and putting it together. So we want to give it enough time. And we think it will still work really well for next Sunday. So we're just going to push our looking back reflections topic to next Sunday's live. Since we have reached the end of our time.
Yeah. And actually, since our retrospective blog
comes out,
it actually makes it will be even better to do it next week because we won't be spoiling our blog.
Well,
the answers.
Yeah.
But also it's tied very, very closely to the blog that's coming out next week. So
this is still more about this is about the member content, but it
right. I know, but it still tied closely.
Yes, exactly. So it'll work for next week just as well as tonight. That's what you love about us. We love we pivot.
We just go somewhere else.
We just go somewhere.
We're super good about launching and adjusting.
Yeah. Stephanie's
do
favorite
best.
phrase, launch and adjust.
Yeah.
Launch and adjust, boys.
Yeah. So before we go, we do have some reminders for you guys.
Yeah. So streaming, charting, voting. That's one of my favorite channels in the Discord because we get to share everything, all the goals for all the 7 members, solo stuff, OT7 stuff, charting goals, playlists, all that good stuff from all over the internet in one place. So come hang out, streaming, charting, voting channel. And yeah, we also celebrate in there when they win things. And we will give out voting reminders and do guides in case you've never voted before, like on say like the Mnet app and you want to vote for the first time, we'll give you a guide in there. So it's a really, really good place to hang out and get that info. So yeah, streaming, charting, voting.
And Christina was mentioning our Discord. There's where we scream. We're going to be screaming a lot this month. So please, if you're not in our Discord, come and join us. We have a lot of watch parties almost every day of the week. We will probably figure out what we're going to be doing on Thursdays now, but there's something probably coming.
Stuff.
But there's going to be a lot of Festa stuff as well. So if there's a live, we're going to be there. If there's something going on, we're going to be there. Just join us and join the fun. There's always something going on in Discord. And we never let anybody bank on the loan. So come to the Discord.
Yes. So yes, as Patricia just said, we did have our last member content watch party for a little while last week or this past Thursday. But overwhelmingly, our little watch party community voted that they would like to continue our Thursday night tradition. And that it doesn't matter what we watch. We just want to get together and watch stuff and hang out. And so we shall. We don't know what we're watching this Thursday, but we're going to watch something. We're going to hang out. We're going to have a good time. But do check out. We are still technically, this is week 73. So go and check out Gonna Trust My Heart right now about JK. And then we'll have week 74 up sometime tomorrow. I have no idea what that is called yet. Right now, I'm just calling it The Feels. That's a working title. But it will be a lovely little retrospective so that you guys can watch members of admin unwillingly bare their souls on the internet. That'll be out sometime. Yeah, look forward to that. And we will continue to, so we've got 75 weeks completely planned pretty much. And then from there, we'll keep you guys posted.
All right. Like we mentioned at the top of the live, we go live twice a week. Our next live is Wednesday, June 4th at 9 Eastern, 8 Central over on TikTok, where our project handle is Army Project 529. And that is when we're going to have our midweek tea, where we bring you news and we talk about any crazy shenanigans that took place out on Kim Namjoon's internet over the week. And let me tell you, there's some spicy member news this week. So you're going to want to come join us to scream about Bangtan and what's going on this week, because it's been a lot. Great stuff.
Yep.
Festa.
Yep. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
We made it, everybody. We made it to June.
Rejoice, it's June.
Yeah, rejoice.
June.
And yes, and if anybody gives
that
you,
is a great idea.
and if anybody gives you shit for the amount of time that you are spending freaking out about BTS for the next few weeks, for the next month or so, just look them in the eye and say very sincerely, fuck it, it's Festa.
Yep. Go pound sand. Thank you.
So guys, for the next 2 straight fucking months till the end of July, guys. Fuck it, it's Festa.
Fuck it, it's Festa.
Happy Festa.
We deserve
people.
this.
Exactly.
We deserve this.
Yeah, exactly. We love you guys. Thank you.
Everybody, have a great week.
Good night. Jorge.